매년 3천여 명의 사람들이 3,000km가 넘는 에팔레치아 트레일을 따라 도보 여행에 도전합니다. 에팔레치아 트레일은 미국 동부 14개 주를 관통하는 긴 등산로입니다. 그 길의 한가운데에 있는 마운틴 교회는 하이커들의 육적, 영적 필요를 돌봅니다. 1976년부터 지금까지 미국 조지아주 스프링거산에서 메인주 카타딘산에 이르는 트레일을 걷는 수천 명의 사람들은 펜실베니아주 델라웨어 워터갭에 위치한 마운틴 교회에 들려 육체적, 영적 지원을 받습니다. 쉐리 블랙맨 목사는 사람들의 이야기와 에팔레치아 트레일에서 가장 오래된 히치하이커 호스텔의 역사를 테일즈 프롬 더 트레일이라는 책으로 엮었습니다.
We have people from of all ages coming on the trail, young, old, in between. And I believe that there's always an underlying spiritual reason for people to be on the trail. And some of them don't know why they're doing it, but what I have found consistently is people are in some kind of transition. They're wondering what's next for them. They're grieving a loss of some kind.
블랙맨 목사는 2014년부터 마운틴 교회에서 목회를 했습니다. 등산객 사역이 그에게 큰 매력으로 다가왔다고 합니다.
Because we're providing shelter, water, showers, sleeping space, counsel if they want it, first aid if they need it, to strangers from all over the world. So having come from a background as a journalist, I was completely drawn to this church that had 1,400 hikers that pass through a year and stay with us.
플로리다에서 레스토랑 매니저로 일하고 있는 27살의 오스틴은 트레킹을 오랫동안 꿈꿔왔습니다.
I was only gonna do Georgia. I had 2 weeks off work, but I hit the trail and I was like, you know what, when's the next time I'm gonna be on the trail? So I, just decided to keep on going, see how far I could make it.
오스틴은 조지아주에서 출발해 메인주까지 트레일의 절반 이상을 걸었습니다. 그는 가장 기억에 남는 순간으로 아기 사슴을 만난 순간을 꼽았습니다.
And he followed me for like 3 miles.
오스틴은 또 하나님의 임재를 느꼈다고 말했습니다.
There's certainly a higher power. There's this saying on the trail provides. 4 or 5 days ago, someone had very generously put a cooler with, 6 things of water in it. And on the inside was a note and it said, through hikers, if you need resupply, place to shower, place to stay, call this number free of, whatever. The generosity and the culture of the people on the trail is like perfect. Makes me want to keep going.
31살의 매기는 2019년부터 남편과 함께 하이킹을 했습니다.
I was a nurse. And I was feeling a little bit burnt out, and I thought the trail would just be a great way to surround myself with nature and peace and quiet for the most part and not have to deal a lot with people. But it was the people, the connections we made with people that meant the most to me and really just kind of changed my entire viewpoint.
그녀는 남편과 함께 하이킹을 하면서 관계도 더욱 돈독해졌다고 말했습니다.
More in love, for sure. For sure. It was an adventure of a lifetime, and I'm so glad that I had him to share it with.
21살의 리바이는 정신적인 치유와 평화를 찾기를 바랐습니다.
I can finally be happy with who I am. I mean, it's something I've never experienced in my life. At least I don't ever remember.
마운틴 교회는 침대와 온수 샤워뿐만 아니라 여름이면 매주 목요일 저녁마다 하이커들에게 무료 식사를 제공합니다.
We have potluck dinner. People from community as well as church come, bring food. We never know how many hikers we're going to have. We could have, I think about one night we had up to 50. There's no agenda.
에팔레치아 트레일 하이커들이 이곳 펜실베니아주 델라웨어 워터갭의 예스러운 작은 마을에 도착할 때면 이미 1,000마일 이상 걸은 상태입니다. 북쪽에서 왔든 남쪽에서 왔든 이곳은 절반 지점입니다. 쉐리 목사는 여기에 특별한 의미가 있다고 말합니다.
With every step they take, there's a shedding, like a soul shedding. It's like they're getting rid of stuff. They realize what they don't need to live. They realize what really connects them to life. So I think it's significant because sometimes I think it takes 1,000 miles to kind of let go of stuff. There was a guy here. He had walked here from Georgia, and he said that by the time he got to our place, he had finally forgiven his wife for her infidelity. I wrote it because I wanted to celebrate the ministry of the church. I wanted other churches to realize that, look around your community. And they were down to like 15 people in the 1970s. And they're like, who's coming through? How do we minister to those in our town? And that's when they saw these hikers resupplying on the church lawn. And that's what started it.
쉐리 목사는 모험이나 스릴, 도전을 위한 것이든 개인적 치유를 위한 것이든 에팔레치아 트레일의 이 웅장한 자연은 용감한 탐험가들에게 진정한 만족을 주는 한 분, 바로 예수님에게로 이끈다고 말했습니다.
There's a story in the book about a young man who's a potter, well-known potter, and he was walking the trail because I think he was really having this restlessness in his life. And he said by the time he got to Mount Katahdin, he realized it was Jesus and it was only Jesus.